Hello and welcome to finally another video in my sim racing series. It's been a couple of months. I've been trying to take advantage of relaxed lockdown restrictions over the summer months, but I did kind of have a feeling, as I'm sure many other people did, that we would be descending back into something a bit more restrictive. So you can expect to see more of these over the coming weeks and months, I think. What I think I would like to do is actually show you WRC 9. I loved WRC 8. I absolutely adored it. I felt like they have kind of really transformed themselves, Kyloton Racing, from what was a really mediocre, below mediocre game with WRC 5. They kind of turned a corner with WRC 7. WRC 8 put them in sim territory. WRC 9, in my opinion, is one of the best rally games ever made. It's well up there, at the very least, with Dirt Rally and Dirt Rally 2. It's a fabulous game. Changes from the last iteration in terms of weight transfer, etc. Just phenomenal, to the point where actually I've been finding it an awful lot more difficult. And I don't use this phrase lightly, but it's almost up there with RBR now. In terms of just the feel of grip feels quite similar to me, and it's going to take me a long time to learn, which kind of means this is probably going to be my sim for the next few weeks, months. I'll go back to Assetto Corsa Competizione later on. I do adore that game, but Rally is my first love, so I'm always going to default to this. I cannot wait, to be honest, for the PS5 upgrade. At the moment, I'm playing on a PS4 original. I've got NVIDIA Broadcast running with maximum noise reduction because that thing sounds like a jet engine at the moment. It'll be miraculous if you can't hear it at all. But yeah, I thought we could just dive right in and have a look and see what's about. For those that don't really know the WRC games, they are mostly focused, as you might expect, on the modern sport, whereas Dirt Rally is heavily focused on the historic stuff. The historic stuff is here. The main focus is these three things: Junior WRC, WRC2, WRC3, which is effectively the same car, just one is privateer, one is manufacturer-led, and WRC, which is where the beasts are, and they truly are absolute beasts of cars. So what I thought I might do is, first of all, take a little jaunt in the Junior WRC. Let's have a look. Where can we go? While I remember. Let's switch to not Big Knee. There. So yeah, so there is a focus on the modern sport, if you like, but they do have historic cars in there. There's quite a lot. The Delta's in there, Lancia 37, Quattro. These are all absolute pleasures to drive. Possibly not as nuanced as Dirt Rally, but it's close. It's not far away. Where it really wins out is here. So Junior WRC, which is where we're going to start. WRC 2 to 3, which is the same car, but one is manufacturer-led, one is privateer, and then the real beasts. This is a hell of a step up. So I thought what we could do is just take these out for a quick play. So I would quite like to start off. Let's take the Junior WRC into Sweden. And we'll see how we get on. I'm not going to do the Mickey Mouse stages. I'm not sure about doing the epic stage. The epic stages are truly epic. But I think I might just do a couple of short stages just now. So Junior WRC. These things are still a challenge, actually, and it's quite fun to drive. And look, my wife fixed my lock down here. So happy with that. That happened this weekend. 6 months. I just had a proper mullet, had to wear a hat the whole time. So graphically, I mean, at times it can be pretty, but bear in mind this is a OG PS4, so it's not going to break any boundaries. First major change you'll find. Right, let's get the car set up first, because that can be an issue for me. I want brake bias. About there will be fine for now. I'll leave it there. Tire selection is fine, 100% snow. First thing you might notice is the co-driver.
Left 3 short, into right 4 tightens 3 short.
It's not, if you're
Into left 5 short, 50.
accustomed to this series, you'll know that it was Captain Mannering that was here last year. It's actually a good old Irish voice this time. I kind of miss Captain Mannering, but it didn't fit the game at all.
Right 5 tightens 3 short, into left 5. Flat left over crest, tightens.
The handling is an absolute joy.
And right 5, don't cut, into left 4.
Got to really listen to what the co-driver's saying, though.
And right 4 opens. And left 5, 40.
Okay, so a second down, that's not bad.
And left 4 tightens, short, into kinks, 200.
It does feel... I think if you're used to WRC 8, you will take to this quickly. But if you give it, I don't know, an hour's play or something like that, you'll start to notice
Right 5 long, tightens, 100.
that you're not quite as fast as you were. And then you'll start to realize that the weight transfer feels much more realistic.
Into right 4 and left 4.
It's actually...
Right 4 opens, 50.
Oh, green. Excellent.
Brake, right 5
It's taken me a while to get back to winning ways with this game. Ah.
Right 5 tightens long, keep in. Into left 4 short, 30. Flat left, 30. Left 5
I'm just
crest,
on
into right 5 tightens 3.
AI on 100% difficulty. I've not got it whacked right up because, well, basically I'm an old man with slow reflexes.
Brake, right 5 long, tightens, square right cut. Flat right
Oh,
and
God.
left 5.
Come on.
Right 4 and left 3.
Right, that's good.
Into flat right, 50.
Starting to look as
Right
though I
3
should
into
really
left 4 opens.
pump the AI up a little bit, actually. I think we're
And left 3 into right 4 opens, very long, 30.
at a milestone with my skill set with this class.
And caution, right 3 short, into left 3 opens.
Oh, use the banks, use the banks.
Into kinks. Left 3 short, into flat right, tightens 4, don't cut. Into left 3 short and right 4. Into left 5 long, opens. And caution, right 5 tightens, 50. Right 5, 60. Left 4, into right 3.
That's what I was going to say, actually, was the weight transfer thing, the physics. You can see the biggest improvement when you're heading over jumps. It was very exaggerated. And, Dirt Rally was similar, actually. This time it feels absolutely credible, the way that you take off over jumps and land. All right, I'll take that. I'm quite surprised by that. Okay. Well, what happens if I continue? Right, I go there. Right, so what I'll do is I'll do a short course in a WRC 2 car, which is, let's go to one I've never done before. Let's go with Kenya. Just do a short course here. This is going to be interesting. This is one of the selling points of WRC 9. You have Kenya, New Zealand, Japan, I think. Let's go back again. I think maybe there's one other that hasn't been done before. Or is that just it? Yeah, it looks. I think there is one more rally coming, if I remember rightly from reading up on it. But at the moment, we have Kenya, New Zealand, and Japan as totally new venues, which were supposed to have happened this year. And to be honest, this is the only place where you can experience it now, which is, to me at least, a massive selling point as well. So yeah, let's go to Kenya. Let's give it a go. Just go with one of the short ones. Take a WRC 2 car. I don't want to go with the Fabia. I don't like the Fabias. Let's go with Mads. I am a bit of a Mads fan. Especially seeing as he sticks his tongue out like that in the direction of the corner he's going in. It's great. So this will be interesting. I haven't played or driven in any game Safari Rally stage since Colin McRae. So this is going to bring back memories, flashbacks. I'm not as confident with these cars, so we'll just have to see.
30, left 3, tightens, 30.
I'm actually more confident with the WRC cars than these.
Right 2, don't cut, into left 3, tightens, rock out, into Kings, 50.
So I don't expect to do as well.
Left 2, into right 2, narrows, tree out, 30. Kinks, into left 3, short.
Turn. I read that wrong.
Into right 4, small cut, into square left, 30. Left 4, tightens, into right 4, into left 3, 80.
They've gone heavily in with Fanatec this year in terms of sponsorship and wheel support, but I'm running a Logitech G29 here, and it's absolutely fine. I needed to do the usual tweaks to force feedback, easily found online, and it's running really nicely now.
Left 3, into right 4. Into right 4, into left 3. Into right 2,
I am liking these Kenyan stages.
Into right 2, 30.
I'm a bit slower, but wow, this feels excellent.
Left 2, into right 2. Through water, into right 2. And right 3, into left 2, long.
Got to be really careful in puddles this year. It can really rip your car to the side, totally ruin your stage.
Into square left, tighten, 80.
Which, if you watched Turkey this year, which was an amazing rally. Oh, look at that. If you watch the last stage, you'll know that it can rip bodywork off. So there's a lot of force.
Brake square left into widens 500.
Yeah, definitely need the lights on.
Flat right over crest over jump 300.
That's very wide, very Safari Rally. Look at that.
Right 6 narrows 100 bumpy.
Narrows, okay. Oh, it narrows there. I was lucky. This is very old school.
80 square right cut into widens 300.
Lost the back end. Too much.
Jump into long flat left.
Where the hell am I going? Cannot see. I can't put my hand up to block the sun either.
200 and jump.
Gonna lose a lot of time here. But that's pretty cool.
Hard brake into right 3 narrows
Oh.
for gate 150 bumpy.
Yeah. Darn it. Right, that's a fair amount of damage, I guess. Although I've got damage on medium at the moment,
Into
because
right 6 bumpy.
it just makes recording these things easier.
6 bumpy and hard brake right 2 don't cut 30.
Wow. Okay. Let's get
Flat
back
right
on
and
track
flat
here.
left, bumpy, into right 6, bumpy, 30.
Okay, I feel a lot more
Kinks, narrows
confident
into kinks,
with this car than
150.
I have done.
Left 4 tightens into flat right narrows, 100.
He says 17 seconds down. Therefore, but I did have a crash, so that's fine.
Left 6 short, don't cut, and right 5 short, don't cut.
Okay, so I've got a
And
lot
left
to
4
learn
long,
with the Kenyan Rally.
and right 2 into fast kinks, narrows.
Fast kinks.
And right 3 cut
That was
into left 3,
pleasurable.
150.
Come on. No, no. Yeah.
Kinks, 80. Right 6 bumpy, 150, and finish.
Okay, so that wasn't as good. However, that's my first ever go there, so I'll take it. That's quite fun. It's a lot of fun, actually. Right, what next? So we're going to go WRC cars. Could be a mistake. Let's go with Japan. I was wanting to do a tarmac rally. Let's go pick a short one. This could be quite something. Right, WRC. Seems to me only crazy people would take anything other than a Toyota this year. I am a bit of a Taka fan, but I'm gonna go with OJ. So this is going to be very interesting. I can't remember Japanese rally since the Colin McRae days as well. So, but I didn't really follow rally when Sebastian Sebastian Loeb was dominating, because it just got a little bit boring at that point. But doesn't make the stages any less amazing. Oh, that's beautiful. Right, okay, here we go. Right, so these are the beasts. Soft dry asphalt, that's fine. Car setup, I'm going to hit brake bias. Brake bias is already fairly far forward, actually. I might nick it forward a little bit more. I quite like my suspension a bit softer, but this is tarmac. That's a good, actually, that's a good example of the suspension looks pretty. Sorry, the setup looks pretty simplistic, but when you click on advanced, you get everything you could possibly want. Brake bias is clearly on its own, but you know, you've got most things you could want. Neither Dirt Rally, as far as I remember, or this support tire pressures. That's the only kind of failing I can think of from the simulation side of things. But tire wear is a massive deal. Okay, let's get the light on.
80. Flat right tightens into left 5 short, into right 5.
I suspect it's going to be quite difficult to get a word in edgeways.
Cut, hard brake, 50. Square right, don't cut, 30.
That was quite nice.
Square right and left 3 and right 3 at junction, 150.
Oh, very pretty. Certainly in motion.
Right 5, hard brake, into left 2, tightens.
Right, left 2.
Into right 4, into left 5 short, 30.
Gotta
Right
try
4,
and
hard brake, into acute hairpin left, 50.
stay away from the edges.
Right
They're
4,
very
left 3,
treacherous.
keep into right 3 short.
I think I've taken off my wing mirror. You can see the tire wear down the bottom
And left 4,
left.
into right 5, 80.
Okay, I'm a fair bit behind now.
Caution, Caution, hard brake, square left opens. And left 5 into right 4, don't cut, narrows, long 50. Caution,
The
right 4.
handling just feels
And left 6
absolutely
long,
spot
tightens
on to
3,
me now.
don't cut, 50.
I like it a lot.
Caution, hard brake, hairpin right, rock in, 30. Left 3 tightens, don't cut, and left 5.
There's no doubt it's more challenging than WRC 8, to me at least.
Hard brake into hairpin right,
Oh, no,
30.
no. Right, okay. Respawn.
Hard
Right,
brake
so
into hairpin right, 30.
taking a
Left
Pharaoh
2
penalty
cut,
there.
opens. Into square left cut, 30, flat right, 80. Caution, hard brake, square right, small cut, 100.
I
Square
do like
right,
that.
don't cut, 80. Flat left into right 4 and left 4.
Feels a bit like Germany in some places. But it's definitely got its own unique character.
Left, 80. Flat left into flat right, 30. Right 6 shorts, narrows, and right 4.
Right, come on.
And left 3 tightens, 80.
Left 3.
Left 5 short, 100.
Definitely being too
Left 5
cautious
very
through some of
long,
these.
tightens, 30. Right 5 short, into
Still
left
don't know
5,
how much
50.
leeway I've got to make an error.
Right 3, 30.
A little bit of left foot brake in there.
Left 5 hard brake into square right, 30. Into left 4, 200.
Okay, square right. We've got the co-driver set to be fairly early with his
Right
calls.
3 and caution, hard brake for square right.
Seems to work quite well for me. Might play with making it as early
And
as
left
possible.
3, 30. Right 5 hard brake for hairpin right, 150.
But my short-term memory is very bad, so that might be a bad idea.
Caution, hard brake for hairpin left, 200.
Ah, that was lovely.
150. Hairpin right, small cut, 30.
Lovely god beams coming through the trees.
Left 2, don't cut, 30, over flat right, into finish.
Oh, look at that. Oh, how cool is that? Too busy gawking at it. That's a stunning stage. I like that a lot. Okay, so hopefully you've got an idea from that about the new stages and the handling of each class of car. I'm gonna just give you a little tour of the other important part of the game, which is the career, which is really well done, but does have some infuriating points as well, of which I'll go into in a second. All right, okay, so we have, let's go to drive, career. I'll just go straight in there. Right, here we are. We're in the career section. So we have, starting off with the calendar section, this is where you set up the events that you're going to have in your career. You get a fair amount of choice, outside of when there's an actual rally. You don't get a choice there, but you can either rest, do a historic race, or do other things which might further your career. Extreme stages, I think, was another one, or extreme conditions, where you might have to wrestle your car home. There we go, there's one. So it's extreme conditions. During these events, you must drive under extreme weather conditions with a severely damaged car. You got to try and get as far as they say you need to get in the time allowed. and you get like 4 or 5 goes to do that. Resting is important as well. Manufacturing tryouts are quite cool because you get to try out different cars and possibly a step up in terms of your career as well. R&D, oh, excellent. This is quite good. I've got 2 points. I'm not going to spend them at the moment, and I'll illustrate why in a second. But basically, I want to get my meteorological engineer as accurate as possible. It costs 5 points to get weather forecasts to 95% accuracy, and that's what I need, because I don't know why they've done this. Well, I do know why they've done this because it sounds cool, but the meteorologist can be wrong, and it could be wrong outside of career as well. It can be in seasons mode where you can't control any of this. And I spent my first 2 careers choosing the wrong tires because it said it would be, I don't know, dry, and it turned out to be absolutely tipping it down. So it can get quite infuriating. That's the main infuriation with this at the moment. But once I get to 95% accuracy, I'll be happy. I'm going to save all my points until I can unlock it because it's that infuriating. You do have, this is very much like, I don't know, the Formula 1 Codemasters games in terms of you can, increase your skills across various disciplines. All 4 of these disciplines open up in WRC cars, I believe. But when you're in the lower formula, I think it's just these 2 areas that you can focus on. But it's cool. There's lots of things in here to muck about with. I just wish that Flaming Meteorologist was better than he is. That's a pain in the butt. However, you can fire them. I don't have any available. Let's see if there's any in the recruitment section at the moment. Meteorologist, not very good one, so I'm not going to hire him. So you can kind of look at how good your meteorologist is and look at who's in the recruitment section and replace them if you want. They all have a wage that needs to be paid, which you can see at the bottom of the cards here. So your winnings, which, let's have a look here. You can see down on the right-hand side, you get the rewards at the bottom there for each thing you do. So you need to be bringing in money the whole time. WRC 8, it was really quite hard. The rewards weren't great, and the penalties were quite high. They've balanced that out this time, and things are a bit easier to manage in terms of the career calendar and funding. So that's all. I mean, that's all fun. It's a nice diversion. You've got like mail here where you have to pay your bills for the last rally or whatever. Objectives, these are quite contentious, I think. So, for example, this one here, do not use hard tires in 2 rallies, which is fine. I can do it. But then it might mean that I don't drop below 15,000. That one there, do not drop below 15,000 for 4 weeks. If I have to use the wrong tires, I might lose the rally. I might not get very high up. Maybe the rally needed soft tires. Why would you try and get me to use just hard tires in a rally? This bit doesn't make any sense to me. So quite often I ignore it, but you do need to keep manufacturer reputation fairly high. So that's a bit of a pain. I think that's a mistake in terms of designing the career mode. I don't think it's great. And then there's basic things like your standings, stats for the last few rallies. You can go to a test area. Right, so let's see what's on the calendar. Is it Finland next? Okay, so yeah, we're in Rally Finland at the moment, and what I'm going to do is just do a couple of stages just to see if we can get the meteorologist to piss me off. Right, so you can see at the bottom there, it is showing cloudy, clear, cloudy. Now, because it's so close to 0 for everything, I suspect that it's not going to cheese me off. But let's see. because the meteorologist has been a git. And there we go. Honest, next to no rain. So you choose dry tires. There it goes. Cloudy, 6%. Clear, 0%. Cloudy, 0%. Welcome to Rainville. So let's give it a go. But I am on dry tires.
Right 5 short, into left 4 long, 60.
What is cool is the way the puddles form in the rain. I'll be really careful of them.
Left 5 medium over crest, 50. Right 5 over crest and crest, into left 4, small cut, 50. And left 4 into jump over crest, 120.
Ah, I'm just not getting the grip because I'm on the wrong tires.
Right 5
Better
short,
drivers than me will be saying, "Oh, that's not an issue. You're on gravel tires anyway." But
caution left 3 for right 2 at junction opens, 120.
I find it quite irritating.
Right 3 medium. Into crest, into flat left, 100. Flat right, into crest. And right 5. And left 5, into flat right. And left 3, 100.
There goes someone's car.
Keep middle over jump and left 5 opens. Into left 4 tightens 30. And right 5 short into crest into
I mean,
right 3 opens.
Maybe I'm incredibly unlucky. Maybe this isn't how it works for everyone else. I've just had a string of rallies where it's been like that. And it's the one thing that takes the edge off such a good simulation.
Crest into right 4 short 50. Bumps into left 4 80. And left 3 over crest. And left 5 into right 4 over jump.
They're being a bit more proactive about patching. Pardon me. I'm losing my voice here. They're being a bit more proactive about patching. So I'm hopeful that they take note of this. That's the rain stopped now, which is a cool thing. I love the fact that the weather is dynamic. I just wish it would be a little bit more predictable. You would not hire a meteorologist at all that gave you these kind of forecasts. And that's what hitting a puddle can do to you. It takes a while for the stage to dry out, so you are still, even if the rain stops, you're still on the wrong tires.
And left 4 over crest. And jump over crest and right 5 80. Right 3 medium at junction opens over crest 50.
There, you can see no grip at all. Which, you know, on the one hand, really shows you the difference in handling now, in terms of the tire model, all of that. But, you know, if I'd been on wet tires, I'd have had a chance.
Left 6 tightens.
you expect your meteorologist to give you a chance, at least.
And right 5 into left 5 long, 30. Left 5 over crest, 30. Into right 5, medium.
Pardon me.
And jump over crest into right 5 short for finish.
So, there. At least that's over. What it means is that at the moment, the career until I get to the meteorologist being maxed out, the career is frustrating. Really frustrating. Once I've got it maxed out, hopefully that'll carry over. I've got a horrible feeling it won't, but I'm hoping right now, from season to season. Where it really shines, honestly, at the moment is custom rallies. That's another thing I'll show you. Right. Okay, so what was I going to show you? Oh, right. So one of the cool things we've got, which can keep people going for ages, there are challenges. These are kind of effectively esports challenges. So it says, gives you a car, a team, and a stage. Then it lets you choose any car you want. However, the actual stage and the leaderboard is up there. So this one is going for the next 2.5 days, effectively. So these these challenges are great. Give you points for something. I don't know what. I think it might be points for the leaderboard. We have career and season. Season is a problem because you don't even get to upgrade your meteorologist, and he does the same thing. So that's annoying. So you're kind of at the mercy of, not the mercy of, but you're restricted to, if you want to know what's happening and guarantee a dry stage or whatever weather you want, this is where you do it. You can configure weather here. So yeah, there's also online events. These tend to be shorter. So there's a daily challenge, weekly challenge. I don't know what the specials are. I think that might be related to rallies, real life rallies. You've got leaderboards. There's a decent online offering as well. I haven't tried it this time, but I've tried it in the past, and it's good fun. And the other big deal, let's see where it is, clubs. So you set up a club. You can invite people to it. I haven't invited my friends yet because none of them have this. And then you can add events. So let's create an event here. Car category, let's say Junior WRC. Car, all, power stage, off. Start of event. I don't know what that means, to be honest. Let's say 24 hours. Event, right. Event duration, let's say, let's give people a week to do it. It starts in 1 hour. Number of stages. And then I would add Iberia and possibly, where is El Condor? There we go. And then I would add Kenya. And then create it. And it's going to start in an hour. And I could invite people. Why is my rank wood? That's weird. Yeah, so you get this kind of asynchronous rally to compete with your friends on, which is excellent. I love that. And I hope I can persuade some friends to get this. So yeah, the only problem is it's not cross-platform. At least not yet. I haven't seen anything about whether they will or not. But and then you can join clubs. You can have a look. There's open to everyone. These are great. So I might have a go at these. Not yet. I'll look at them later. And management. Can I delete club? Yes. Right. So clubs are cool. I love that functionality. I think that's great. And I just think the game is great. I think it's fantastic handling game, and I just love it to bits. I think it's actually a great shame that. Hang on a minute. I think it's actually quite a shame, to be honest, that they're losing the license. So they've lost the license to Codemasters, and that could be great. That could be great if Codemasters take the Dirt Rally approach and apply that to WRC. If they make a Formula One-ish game out of the WRC franchise, that could also be fabby. But if they take it the dirt route, I think a lot of people will be displeased, because this right now is a fabulous simulation, and I'm going to be spending the next 2 or 3 months just absolutely immersed in it. So I do absolutely love it. Yeah, so I think I'm probably going to leave it there. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. If you like my stuff, I'm going to be doing some more how-tos hopefully in the near future. I know people like the crew chief one. I've got a few things kind of bubbling under at the moment. In fact, my gear stick, which is down here, that is going to get modded, so I might do a how-to on how to mod that. So if you want to get notified of when that pops up, please do subscribe, or at least consider it. No pressure though. And yeah. Oh yes, we have a podcast which we have every month. Our last one was quite a lot of fun, well worth a listen. So search for God of War on your favorite podcasting platform. And I'm on Twitch very regularly at the moment. So, just have a look at twitch.tv/God of War. Keep an eye on our Twitter, which is @God of War, because I always post there before I go online onto Twitch. And yeah, stay safe, stay happy, and stay well. Bye.